Welcome to Chat and Craft with Lorraine. My name is Lorraine Tierney, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Warner, New Hampshire in the United States. And I love to make cards, I love to share cards, and I love to help other people make cards. And I'm going to make a holiday card today with a sketch challenge. And my philosophy on sketch challenges are that they're jumping off points. There's something to get you started, and then you take it from there. So I hope that the people that organize the sketch challenge in this blog hop agree with me, because I can't seem to stick to the sketch very closely, but I really started off with it. So anyway, we'll get started in just a second. I did want to say today is Thursday, September 4th, and please say hello if you're watching with me now, or please let me know when you're watching the replay, and if you leave me a comment, you'll make my day. All right, so let me switch this over and I'll show you the sketch. So I don't know why this printed out so huge, but this is the whole card. So it looks like it has a patterned paper background, and then two banners and a mat and a focal point here that might have some stamping on it or a design. Well, I tell you, I guess I'm not a big banner person. I did make one card with a banner. Hi, Sharon. I know I'm having trouble with this sketch. One card with a banner, I did it this way. I had the banners coming across this way, but I don't like the card at all. I went too heavy on shaded spruce green. It's too green, and so I don't even want to show it to you. Real life, I make cards that I don't show anybody, and that's just the way it is. So we're going to use this is Ornamental Christmas, which is part of the Modern Christmas suite. It's the one I'm doing Stamp Camp on. And we're going to do a couple of baubles. And I just realized that I didn't bring one piece of cardstock over that I need. Oh, I see what I can use. So I did one bauble already and then stamped this crisscross lines kind of thing. I think it's supposed to make it look rounded. Can you see that? Yeah, there it is. It doesn't quite reach to the sides, and I wondered if it would look better if we did a little ink blending around the edges. You can see how much shaded spruce I went crazy with on that other card. I do have, so we'll make this card, and then I have a third card that I also started out from this sketch that doesn't look like the sketch either. So I don't know. I might be a sketch flunky today. But sometimes I think using the same color ink as the cardstock just gives it a little bit more depth. And then the embossing, that's gold heat embossing, that will resist the ink. You can just wipe it right off. Hi, Deb. So this is what it looks like with a little bit of, whoops, sorry, I'm trying to get it so you can see it, a little bit of blending around it. So we have a real red one, and then we have a shaded spruce one, and we're going to heat emboss the sentiment, "'Tis the season," on this bauble. So I'm gonna use my embossing buddy on it to get rid of the static, and that helps you get that sticky ink only where you want it. And this "'Tis the Season" fits very nicely on this bauble. I really like that. And I think we're going to do this one in black. So are you asking yourself, where are the banners and where are the two pieces? Well, the influence of two is in my two baubles. That's what I got so far. So let's get the black. And I'm going to put this coffee filter down because it helps me put it back in the thing. And I do have just a little, I need my little brush. Just have a couple of flecks over here. There we go. All right, and don't forget to put your embossing powder away before you turn on your heat gun. I think on a live one time I blew it all over the place. Okay, and then I shake it off over my trash to get the last few pieces. All right, so let's heat up that embossing gun and close up this powder. Did you guys have a beautiful day in your neck of the woods today also? It was so gorgeous here. I took a nice walk. I'm burning my finger. I had to move my finger, but this doesn't seem to be going anywhere. So that's good. All right, and that's all melted. All right. Let's clean this off so we can put it away. And we'll probably use Merry Christmas for the inside. So I'll take that out while I'm here. Although I do want to show you an ephemera pack that's really nice. So I have a real red card base that we're going to use. And then this squiggly piece of the modern Christmas paper. It has the circles and the design on the back, but we're going to use this size. This one is 3 3/4 by 4, and the black mat is 3 7/8 by, this 3 3/4 by 5. Did I say 4? By 5. And then the black mat is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So it'll give you a little border like that. So let's go ahead and put this on. Whoops. Okay, and then we're going to not glue that down yet because I want to put some strings on here. And so here are my 2 baubles that I want to put on. So that's as close as I could come to 2 banners hanging down. Oh, I need to plug in my computer, excuse me. There we go. So that's as close as I could get to it, or maybe these are the 2 layers that are overlapping like this, and I've just left out the 2 other things, but I just can't do it. I just can't put those banners on there. All right, so I'm looking for, here we go, some of the black and gold twine. So I want to hang my ornaments over the card. Do I want the string to hang below the ornament? I don't think I do. I think I want it to just hang above it. So I'm going to put a glue dot on the back at the top right there so I can put this twine into that, or this ribbon. I'm not going to squish up this glue dot. I'm going to leave it round and flat. Sometimes I roll them, but these are just going to be round and flat. And then I'm going to put that in there. And This set comes with, I've just knocked these off my glass mat. See if I can use the putty. Okay. You can cut these little circles, and I feel like they look like a little bead on the top of the bauble. I couldn't think of that word, top of the ornament. So I'm going to use a glue dot on this also and put that right there and try to catch that twine right in there also. Okay, and I'm going to put a smaller bauble on the very bottom. But I'm not going to, the glue dot seems to be too big for that, so I have just the tiniest bit. Yes, Deb, I agree. Hang from the top. Okay, so this one will go over here someplace. I want to get them both ready before I decide where that one's going to go. And then here's my sentiment one. Let's put, I don't have, it only cuts one great big one, and then it cuts some smaller ones. So this one's a little smaller, but I think it'll be okay. Oh, I should have put a glue dot on that. I'm gonna try to move that over, and we'll try putting a glue dot on top of that glue. We might have to let that dry just a bit. So I want it to hold that twine on there also. Okay. And we'll put a little one right here on the bottom. I think these little gold things really give it a nice finishing touch. Okay. So I want to hang one higher and one a little lower, and still have that centered. Okay. So I'm going to flip that over, and I'm going to use good old-fashioned Scotch tape. Just put a piece of tape right on that. I'm only going to do one for a moment, make sure I have them in the right place, and then I can always add another one. Okay, I think I want this one over a little bit more. What do you think? A little bit more towards the center. Hi, Carol. Thanks for joining me. Let's see if I moved that over enough. Oh, I think that might be good. Oh, my glue dot under there is sticking already. Okay. Not yet, little glue dot. Not yet. Okay. I am going to, that one is not sticking how I want it. Okay, I'm going to put some glue on the back of that. I think I'll pop up the green one a little bit with the sentiment, but this one I'm going to have lie flat. I want to stretch that out just a bit. Okay, and then this one I will put some dimensionals on. I think I have enough right here. I've been getting lots of Christmas cards made because I've been playing with this modern Christmas stamp set quite a bit. I have not made my bonus project for the stamp camp yet. So I've been playing some more and getting really familiar with the set. And tomorrow's the day I'm going to make my bonus project. So isn't that pretty with those two? Am I crooked? There we go. With those two baubles on there, those two ornaments. I just love this paper, and I love the black and the white, and then a couple of pops of color. So this is real red and shaded spruce. And I have some new bling. This is part of the product share. And the new, I don't remember if these are in the new catalog or if they're new online exclusives, but they're delightful decorative dots. I think the Timid Tiger color is a bit of a surprise to me with the shaded spruce and the real red. And they come in 3 sizes. They have big, medium, and small. So I'm thinking I'm going to go with the red. It matches the card base. Let's put one right here. And then we'll put a medium one. Which way are we going to go? Oh, I think we'll go over here. And we'll put this little one right up in there. And it's just a very simple card. Yeah, whimsical, but nice with the gold. And I love the way the black embossing stands out so nicely. For some of the cards, the card I didn't like, I used one of these. This is the Greetings for You Mix and Match Ephemera. And these are adhesive on the back. I'm so excited about that. So you don't have to worry about how to attach them. And then if you wanted to pop them up, you don't have to take the adhesive off the back. Hi, Mary. Happy Friday Eve to you too. So these are really fun Christmas sentiments. And if you don't have a lot of Christmas sets, you can use these. And there's quite a few. There's another sheet or two in the box still. From Our House to Yours, Merry and Bright, Joy, Seasons, Greetings, Happy Christmas, 'Tis the Season, Joy, Merry and Bright, Merry Christmas, all different kinds. Lots of Merry Christmas, Merry and Bright, Seasons, Greetings. So those are really fun, and I love the adhesive part on the back. All right, so now we have a piece for the inside, and it looks like I got a little something on this. There we go. I think that's okay. I'm going to put this little piece of paper on the bottom. And we should stamp something. And then I'll show you the other card I made that also doesn't follow the sketch, but really both were inspired by the sketch. So what do you think? Can I enter this? Can I put this in a blog hop that goes with this sketch? You need to tell me. And I'm going to do my Merry Christmas in black in the inside. I'm just using a memento. Okay. There we go. And that will go in there. It's a nice big sentiment. If you get some of these little hairy pieces, use your adhesive eraser and just kind of rub it on the edge. It takes those right off. Deb McElroy. She was the one who suggested that. Okay. So there's that one. All right, Mary says I can submit that. Here's the other one, and this one I used the Peace on Earth stamp set and Peaceful Garden papers. And I love how the ornament cut out those two doves just like that. And even the flower, like everything is so symmetrical in that. And I did a copper ornament and a glimmer paper ornament. And then I decided to stamp this. I didn't want to cover anything up on the front. So peace, love, and joy on the inside. And my stamp was a little crooked on the block. So as I had already inked it and as I'm holding it over, I tried to move the stamp just a little bit. And can you guess what happened? Yep, it fell off my block. And there it is. So I'm going to have to try to get this off. I'll heat it up with my heat gun and try to get that off, or if I can't do that, I'll have to cut the front off and put that on another card base, maybe on a white card base. So those two cards, believe it or not, were inspired by that sketch, but I don't think either one of them really looks like the sketch. But I may just do it anyway. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. I appreciate you watching and commenting, and I'll be back on maybe Monday, because Sunday night I'm going to have a class here. So maybe Monday I'll be back with another live and more to show you. I have lots of new products to show you from the new catalog. If you need a new catalog, please let me know. I'd be happy to send one off to you. And if I can help you make cards at home, I would love to do that. I really love to help people make cards. So thanks so much for joining me this Thursday night. Bye, everybody.